Hey guys, it's Friday and welcome to another question and answers episode. My name is BK Ojomo and today's episode is about discipline. How do I discipline myself enough to know if I'm good enough to start a career or if I'm good enough to start a goal? If I'm disciplined enough to start a project. So that is what today's question is about. Discipline and how we are in discipline ourselves. Here's what I have to start with. First, to discipline yourself, you have to think about your body. And at the same time, you have to think about your mind. Your mind is what controls everything the body does or what the brain does. You have to find a way of disciplining not your body, but your mind. You have to figure out how to focus your mind on choosing actions that are very, very good or that will benefit your interest. So in this process, you have to forgo about pleasure because pleasure is of the body. But you have to focus on your mind, which is, more of self-love. You have to first win that war against yourself first in order to be able to win the war against you. If you're not able to discipline yourself, if you're not able to figure yourself out, then it's going to be hard when you get out to the world to be able to win that war against you. Because when you get out there, there's going to be so much war coming in from different angles and different places. But if you're not ready, if your mindset is not ready, if your whole body is not ready, if your whole self is not ready, then it's going to be so hard for you to handle what comes towards you. So you have to find a way to build an empire within you. Identify your needs and your wants. You have to figure out how to equip your mind with exactly what you want, not the pleasure, but what you want or what you want for yourself. So that's discipline. So I'm going to give you an example here. So it's like you've been given a puzzle and that puzzle was just handed to you or was just given to you as a package. Then you open up the package and you find out this is a puzzle. Then what you did, you open up the box of puzzle, you spread it all out on the table, and you're right there. You're looking at this puzzle. You're trying to figure out so much stuff about this puzzle. You're trying to figure out what the picture looks like. You're trying to figure out how to go about connecting this puzzle. You're trying to figure out who did this puzzle or who made this puzzle or who created this puzzle. You're trying to figure out what this puzzle is all about. So while you're right there figuring all this other thing out, time is going. You're losing hours, you're losing days and years trying to figure this out, trying to know who this puzzle is from, trying to know when you finish this puzzle who you're going to give or who it's going to fit. But all along the line, all you had to do was just look right. And right there, included in that puzzle was this package that has the picture of the puzzle, that has the instructions that is all being given to you on how to connect the puzzle. But because you're so focused on what is not it, you forgot to open the second package, or you forgot to open that little envelope that is attached to the package that shows you everything about the puzzle. You forgot to open that. So a journey that would have been 2 years or a year or 5 months ended up being like a 10-year journey for you because your mind was everywhere. Your mind was just thinking about stuff that you're not supposed to even have thought about, things that you're not supposed to have thought about. You have to find a way of figuring out your wants and your needs. You have to find a way of figuring out who you want to be. And also, you have to take responsibility and own your shit. Own up to what you've done. Own up to what you're about to do. Own up to your past. Create a space or create a place for you to go to sit down to figure out the past, to learn how to attack the future. And that is pretty much what it is about. You have to find a way of making all this realizable. Find a way of making your mindset being about what you really want to be. Making your mindset being about you, about how to grow you, about how to create who you want to be. Finding a way to block out the distractions. I'm a very principled person. When I set a goal, when I want to do something, I try as much as possible to get it all done. I beat myself up a lot in achieving goals. Some of those goals, yeah, I'm able to achieve, and some I just toss it aside because I know I'm not able to, but I still beat myself up. And that's one thing I love about myself. I'm a very principled person. So that is what discipline is all about. So if you don't know what you want, it's going to be hard for you to get your goals. If you're not disciplined enough, it's going to be hard for you to start a project because there will be distractions, and it could get to you like that if you're not careful. It's so easy that if you're not careful, things just get in. You just assimilate stuff that are not even supposed to get into your brain. And before you know it, it's all stuck in your brain. To find out if you're disciplined enough to handle a goal or if you're disciplined enough to start a project, then you have to test yourself out. Give yourself a month or two. Recreate your life. Recreate who you are. Check out what you want and what you don't. Sit down in a place and figure yourself out. Figure out what you want to be in the future. Who you want to be in the future. Do you want to be just there? Or do you want to be over there? Do you want to be just someone answering calls? Or you want to be someone giving that calls to be answered? So these are all the things you have to ask yourself. Where do you want to be in the future? Who do you want to be in the future? Then you have to figure out the path that leads to that future. And discipline yourself in a way that when you walk down that path, you will be able to be principled enough to overcome distractions. So that's it. That's it today, guys. It's as short as possible. So learn to be who you are. Forgo pleasures and focus on yourself. Try to learn to win the war against yourself first in order to be able to be equipped enough to win the war against you once you get out there. So take responsibility of who you are. Own up to yourself. Correct yourself and figure out how to forgive yourself to move on. And just like Martin Luther King Jr. says, if you can't fly, you run. If you can't run, then you walk. If you can't walk, then you crawl. Whatever you want to do, as long as you are moving forward, then you will get there. Don't just stay in a place. Don't just put yourself and stay in a place. So you have to figure out how to discipline yourself to move from one place to another. You have to figure out how to discipline yourself to know what you want from what you need. You have to write out goals. You have to lay them in order of importance to you. And you have to figure out how to visualize these goals. And you have to create a way in responding to that goal. And if you're not able to discipline yourself to respond towards that goal, then you're not going to be able to achieve that goal. Look at the position of where you are in life. Look at the position of where you are at a particular time that you're asking yourself if you're able or good enough to start a goal. Then you can conclude and know if you are fit enough to get into the goal or to start a project. And also find yourself a mentor. These are what mentors are. Mentors are people that help us to boost us up a little bit, or to push us up a little bit, or to help us to know where we are. They look at us, they build us up, they assist us, they help us in figuring us out or figuring things out for us, or help us to see things the way we don't see it and explaining to us why they see it that way. So discipline is a very, very vital thing when it comes to achieving goals. You have to choose your best interest in the actions that you have to take towards the goal. So that's the end of it today, guys. So it's just something little that I just thought about, and I decided, well, maybe it's something we can talk about here. If you have any questions on this, or if you think you want to add more to this, could you please leave comments down below? And also, if you want to contact me directly, my email will be either up on the video or down on the video, depending on where you're watching this video from. My email is bk.ojomo@gmail.com, but also my contact information or my social medias will be either up on top of this video or down on top of down below this video. So thank you for coming over today and just sharing this little thing with me. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your views, and let me know if you have any comments. You can leave it down below. So that's it, guys, and hope you have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. And also, if you have anything that you wish for me to talk about, or you want me to talk about, or you wish for us to discuss here, you can send me an email or just leave a comment down below. Thank you, guys, for stopping over. Love you and have a wonderful weekend. Stay blessed and continue to stay focused. And goodbye.